Hello and welcome back to Journey Beyond the Abyss Recast. Thankfully, this is the last of the episodes that I need to edit. And oh boy, was quite a bit of work. So, now we did explore the great unknown. The great expanse of sand underneath the sea. I did find a lost city and looted it for the few meager things it had. I found a boss that I may or may not fight in the future. I kind of wanna, but then again, Minecraft combat is bleh. And so, well, I'll see what I do. In the meantime, new recipes and new machines. Ooh, grog. Monkey Island reference. A highly toxic pseudo-liquid, usually only consumed by certain pirates. May prove to be useful in other ways too, however. Yeah. Sure, you Guybrush. Well, as you can see, more new machines. A different electric arc furnace, a different rolling machine. And they all give me access to even more things that I'll need to build. And yes, it uses combination crafting and it takes a whole bunch of circuit boards that I'll need to craft. It needs many dusts and it needs nether bricks, so I'll probably need to go and yeah, I'm not going to do that recipe again, and probably go down and farm a whole lot of the nether brick dimension to get it right. So yeah, this is probably the recipe I'm going to use in the thermionic fabricator. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. Anyway, lots of new stuff, lots of new shinies. And that means lots of new infrastructure to build. Because now I need to make another kind of circuit boards. And that will take a whole bunch of silicon nitride. Oh boy. Laplander will have to do a lot. And then I, of course, take the circuit boards and put in some microchips and other components and whatever, and it will all be great fun. And it all needs those machine structures, and these machine structures take the silicone machine casings. And so in the future I will need to make more machine casings. Also I need to get some phosphorus dust. And hey, there's actually another use for BAM gears and probably the other alloys. So making more than I needed was probably a wise choice. And yes, of course, there are different tiers of microchips that I'll need, which will be great. Also, thank you for even more digested matter, which will be great to craft. And it will have a whole lot of telescoping recipes. For example, there's this very strange telescoping recipe of making chime. Whatever that is, I just looked or tried to look it up, what chime is supposed to be, and all I found that it's like bells. You know? Wind chimes and such. So, I have no idea. And this recipe looks very, very, very annoying. And of course, it ends with the giant stomach. Now, then I was about to upgrade the chemical industry some more, because I did want to make another lab oven to make hydrofluoric acid to get rid of all the leachate I had and to get rid of all these chunks I made. And then I just happened to see the recipe for the catalyst regenerator. And I thought, now that I'm starting to use tier 2 catalysts, it might be prudent to invest in at least 2 of these catalyst regenerators. So let's see where this is going. Thankfully, the recipes are rather cheap, so it's not a big problem to make them. As I have most of the things on hand, there is the controller, there's the cistern, and I do have enough gas chambers on hand. That's everything. Now to making another lab oven, getting all the stuff in the inventory, and of course, we've done this 1,000 times, well, 4 times, but stuff is there, no problem. Number 1. Boop. And number 2, there's are the tanks, and there is the aux engines. Of course, we're going to need aux engines and different stuff. Yes, second one. And what else? Oh yes, the unloading bay is of course important. Get 2 of those stars, get an oven, main engine, and the flotation tanks. So, no foil. Let's take all the foil. Let's go back. Yes, flotation tank. Also, the fluid router. While I forget, I need 4 fluid routers, of course. While searching for a spot, then I remembered, I can multiply carbon dust. So I do that, because I'm going to need lots of carbon dust later on. So now I go for a search. The search for a space where to put that thing, actually. Where to put the lab oven. It's also crammed in here. And I do need it over my leaching vat. So, could I build on the roof? Well, let's see. Could I move this? No. Also, all of this I don't need right now. Could build it here, but no. The space towards the smeltery, you have a different plan in mind for that. Spoilers. And yeah, I was wrapping my brain around where to put it, so I could very easily route the stuff. Also note that I placed the chests with all the stuff in it. I'll forget it later. So, racking my brain. It's all too cramped. Calculating, measuring, roof. You know what? Let's just build it on the roof. Also note all this pollution in the sky. Well, so I will build those things on the roof. And with the new platform finished, let's plonk this down and throw in all the parts that I need to build a lab oven. I'm not seeing it right now, but in a moment. Oh, there are two things missing on loading bay. Ah. Did I take it out of the... No, there it is. And the server. And surely nothing is missing. Oh, snap. Fluid router. So, a quick run of shame. Thankfully, I have all the things to build loads of them. And after a quick drink, running back on top. And there we are. The next lab oven. Beautiful. Beautiful, isn't it? Let's quickly take off the building machine and the server. We don't need it. And bask into glory. That is this lab oven to make hydrofluoric acid. Beautiful. Now let's go for a quick bit of beautying the whole space up. And, of course, getting power to it. So, who is already seeing the problem with my setup? I'll leave you in suspense while I upgrade my electronic grid on the roof. And that's just barely not far enough. But this is far enough, and this is far enough. And that is good enough for me. So. And there is the problem. To make hydrofluoric acid, I need to make sulfuric acid. And that means another lab oven. Aren't you excited? Well, I'll cut it short right here. Let's build the new stuff for the lab oven. We've seen this just before, so let's jump cut. So, and in the box are all the new components for the next lab oven that will make sulfuric acid from sulfuric residues. And this time I remembered to make enough things. It's great to be me, isn't it? I'm very, very smart. Yes, and I need to put in the server. Silly fox. Yes, I just quickly, because I did not count in the server, I need to remove the one block, and then I can remove the server, and then I can have those butt to butt. Yes. The abutment of the chemical factory. Right, now, with this thing done, I have now automated hydrochloric acid. And should I ever need it, I'll also have sulfuric acid on hand. Now I just need to route water up here. And the hydrofluoric acid downstairs. So, let's see how I did that. Easy. I just punch a hole into the platform and put down pipes. So, just connected to the water, also connected to the power, and loop, loop, loop. There we are, water. And just quick an iron pipe. And let's grab some sulfur compounds, as well as some vanadium that will turn into catalysts. And with the catalysts in hand, let's jump up, throw everything in. And yes, I need to switch it on first. Beautiful. Oh yeah, and I need power. So let's steal this induction heating card and give it to you first. And then to you as well. Yes, now it works. Sweet, sweet sulfuric acid. Now I need to figure out how to get my product down there, and also I need to think about which kind of pipes I'm going to use. And I'm in favor of using the chemistry pipes. Also, I need a pump, and I could do it with one pipe piece less. So, derp, Fox, derp. Just do this, yes. And since the other one has a filter, it does not accept the unwanted fluid. Beautiful. Now all I need to start this off is throw in some fluoride compound, but I made tons of that. And switch it on, and yep, there it works. Now, the next problem is this is the block that I need to route it to. So the gold pipes probably won't be able to handle this. So that's why I chose the chemical pipes. And now you can see me just trying to figure out how to route all of that. And it also means I need to move the other infrastructure. So let's let the fox brew a bit over that. Usually I'm not the biggest fan of free-floating structures, but it'll be alright for that. And yes, the secondary pipe is for the toxic waste removal, where I already have a working setup, and the second pipe will be a chemical pipe. And at this point I realize I'm going to need a valve. And for the valve, I'm going to need 2 redstone comparators. They're so freaking expensive, but alright, let's make them. Okay, 7 circuit plates left. I'm going to need 3 of those. And exactly 3 redstone torches, which I have left over. Let's make the comparator. Beautiful, no, it's a repeater. Anyway. And make this. There we go. And then let's take it and put it in. Of course, that needed to happen. But now I can work. I just need to reroute the power line a slight bit. There, that should work. Right, and yeah, it doesn't look too nice, but it works. And I even realized that I had hooked up the wrong thing, but it's the tiny things that matter. So now I just need to plonk in the new pipeline, connect it, and there we go. Let's run to the roof and see if it works or not. Are you excited to see? I am. Oh yes, I'm excited. So, of course I didn't put anything to remove the toxic waste. I'm sure I'll get around to it. But, does it? Does it? It makes new thing. So, yes it does. Beautiful! Success! And now back to the catalyst refreshing machine that I started making at the beginning of this episode. How does it work? Does it even work? Will it break my game? The answers to these questions might frighten you. Or not. So let's start out with actually building the thing somewhere. Put in all the parts, and yes, they're back there. And then let's see how big the thing is anyway, you know? And it's really small. That is the catalyst. It's just a 2x1 block, and it has an interface. So, can I just put in catalysts? No, I can't. There's the fluid cistern that needs some water, I guess. How does it work? I probably should consult the book. You find it under Tier 1 machines, the Catalyst Regenerator. So, what does it do? It hangs below a machine that uses catalysts, and once they are below 25% in hit points, it just regenerates them up to full. And it also needs water for that, and that just works automatically. I just need to build it underneath these machines. Oh boy. The two machines that I want to upgrade are the two reformation reactors, because they make my two very important chemicals, nitric acid and methanol. So I start with the methanol one. After digging away the floor, you can see the access ports for the reformation machines. As you can see, I will need to lower the flooring by one tile there, and I need to get water in there. And at least in the methanol machine, I need to consider the pumps that are already installed so that they have an infinite water source beneath them. So let's watch me flailing around trying to figure out the design. After preparing the floor, I try to fit the reformation reactor in, which proves to be a bit finicky, because you cannot place this machine without a ground support, at least not initially. You can take the ground support away later, but you need one first. So, after that kerfuffle, I can make some more space and get the stuff. Then I realize that yes, the thing needs fuel. The thing needs flue gas as fuel. I do have raw flue gas, quite a lot of it actually, but I need a gas purifier working on it. So after realizing that, I quickly change the gas tanks out, and while I build, in the background the flue gas gets cleaned up. It gets de-rawed, basically, to create regular flue gas, which is nice, I guess. I do kind of like the design where I pull the water between the two pumps. Now, the design is mostly finished, so time to get around and get flue gas. Yeah, 38,000 should be enough, because each reformation takes about 10. Plug in the tank and switch on the machine, and the game doesn't crash yet. And now Did it work? Let's see. Well, I need to get it more catalysts first, so it's full and it's working. And after a minute, yes, it regenerated them. Success! The machine works. Now, before I built the other machine, I took a short break. Didn't record when I started working, and I killed myself with liquid ammonia. So, PSA, liquid ammonia is really dangerous, even though it says acid killed you. Liquid ammonia is, of course, a base. We did this thing again, so I'm going to need 3 parts. I make those 3 parts easily. We've seen this before, no problem. I got pretty much all the necessary parts on hand. I even have the foil on hand. Amazing. So, now put all this in boxes and then go to the next performing reactor. Again, fiddling with the bottom, but this time I am a bit more competent about what I do. Well, it would be if I were to use the right part in the right place, but alright. Now we are. Put in the cistern. Forgetting to hook up the cistern to the water. Forgetting the... Yes. The cistern is different. Yes, still not the right thing. Still not the right way around. Come on, Fox, you can do it. Yes! That is it. Beautiful. Now, yes. The gas inserter. Put down the wood plank and get the gas tank. Beautiful. Yes, that's enough flue gas for quite a long time. Good. That's it. And I switch it on and
critical failure.
The game crashes. And it will not reload. Beautiful. Is my game broken? Or will a powerful magic space computer wizard help me to get it running again? Well, we'll see next episode. Until then, everyone. Goodbye. Finally. 2 hours of material condensed in less than half.